Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you're aware every time I upload a video. In today's video, we'll be discussing updated rankings in 24/7, what that means for the Wolverines, plus Michigan making the top schools list of yet another major target, and Michigan picking up a couple predictions for major targets as well. All that, and of course, I'm upset. Let's get right into it. Recently, On3 released their top 100 players in college football rankings, and no team scored more entrants into that top 100 list than the Wolverines. Only Georgia and the other state, unfortunately, equaled the Wolverines with 7 players chosen in the top 100. The Wolverines were led by senior running back, superstar running back, All-American running back, Heisman Trophy favorite running back, Blake Corum, right, at number 14, which I thought was a bit disrespectful, followed by sophomore cornerback Will Johnson at 35, senior defensive tackle Chris Jenkins at 46, senior right guard Zach Zinter at 48, junior quarterback J.J. McCarthy at 70, which was also disrespectful, junior running back Donovan Edwards at 79, equally disrespectful, and rounding out that 7 was junior safety Rod Moore. Like I said, no team had more selections than the Wolverines. Only the Bulldogs and the Buckeyes can say that they had as many. This is a positive sign for Michigan, obviously, a positive sign for Michigan recruiting. And more important than Michigan recruiting, it's a positive sign for the stability of the Wolverines right now. Obviously, coming off back-to-back college football playoff appearances. Granted, they have yet to win a semifinal round, but all of that is due to change, and this is a sign of a healthy program. Moving along, but keeping in the vein of rankings and a ranking system, 24/7 recently updated their rankings, right, of the top 300 in the 2024 class, and I'll go over some key targets for Michigan and how they moved up or down. Obviously, we'll start with Jaden Davis, who moved down one spot from 28 to 29, still a 5-star recruit, so no real or big changes there. How about defensive lineman Justin Scott out of Illinois, who will be making an official visit to Michigan, though Michigan may be playing catch up with schools like Notre Dame and Miami. Justin Scott saw his ranking improve 14 spots. He is up to number 21 and a 5-star recruit yet again. Another player that saw their ranking move up, and this one's key, is Michigan target, running back target Taylor Tatum, whose ranking went from 49 to 42 overall, and he became the number 1 ranked running back in the class of 2024. So this would be a massive, massive get for Michigan for multiple reasons. But now that he's the number 1 running back in the class, that would be yet another feather in the cap if they could pull that one off. Let's go to some bigger jumps, if you will, in the rankings and bigger losses. One of the bigger jumps was Andrew Sprague for Michigan. The offensive tackle moved up 27 spots to the number 106 ranked player in the country. Hogan Hansen, another Michigan commit at tight end, moved up 10 spots to number 107. Speaking of tight end, and this one was kind of a head scratcher for me, Michigan tight end commit Brady Prieskorn saw his ranking tumble 50 spots down to number 145. So hopefully that's just because of inactivity and he can get that one up. But the biggest of the jumps came from Marquise Lightfoot, of the Michigan targets anyway, came from Marquise Lightfoot, who moved up 163 spots to number 128. Also, new Michigan commit Jared Smith moved up 88 spots to number 142. So interesting, right? If nothing else, it is very interesting that in the way that some Michigan targets and commits moved up and down that rankings list. Michigan did officially drop to number 2 as in the team rankings, as well as the Georgia Bulldogs overtook them for the number 1 spot. I'll keep you posted on all things recruiting rankings moving forward. Keep it locked to the channel. But moving on to our next segment. Michigan made the top list for IMG Academy 4-star defensive back Jordon Johnson-Rubell, who is originally from Texas. This is a very positive thing for Michigan, seeing as though just a few months ago he released a top 12 that excluded Michigan from that top 12, but Michigan is a part of his newly released top 5, and he will be making an official visit to Michigan as well. This is a big get, or would be a big get for Michigan to kind of solidify that secondary on the back end. Of course, Michigan is after other safety targets like KJ Bolden, like Zaquan Patterson, like Boo Carter. And I think at least for Boo Carter and even Zaquan Patterson, Michigan has a solid chance to land each one of them. But speaking of Jordon Johnson-Rubell specifically, he is a 5'10", 170-pound safety out of IMG Academy in Florida, originally from Fort Worth, Texas. He is a 4-star recruit according to 24/7. He is the 16th ranked safety in the country, the number 29 player in the state of Florida, and 175th ranked player in the entire country. Sites like Rivals have him even higher as the second rated safety in the country and 25th ranked player overall. But I'll keep you posted on his recruitment as it moves forward. And if Michigan is able to land him, that will serve them very well. Moving right along, though. Michigan is the favorite to land a couple of their top targets, including 3-star running back Micah Kaapana out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, Nevada. Kaapana is a 5'11", 195-pound running back who shows really good straight line speed and the ability to break tackles. If you're wondering, right, like any sane person would, whether or not this hurts Michigan's chances of landing the newly minted number 1 running back in the country, Taylor Tatum, I would say no. Obviously, Taylor Tatum is not afraid of competition, as he's expressed, with Michigan already having a 4-star running back in the 2024 class committed in Jordan Marshall. So I'm sure that landing 3-star Micah Kaapana will not deter Taylor Tatum if Michigan is what he decides to, or where he decides to spend the next 3 or 4 years. Michigan does have the only crystal ball for Taylor Tatum, so that is a good thing, but I'll keep you posted on that as it moves forward. But Kaapana, I don't want to disrespect him. He is all of that 195 pounds, and like I said, he shows great straight line speed. He has the ability to run away from would-be tacklers, and shows the ability to break tackles. So this would be an excellent addition to Michigan's 2024 class as well. So hopefully Michigan can land both of those running backs, Taylor Tatum and Kaapana. I'll keep you posted, though. But speaking of predictions and crystal balls, Michigan just picked up what is an even bigger prediction, and that is to land 4-star edge rusher Darien Mayo out of Our Lady Good Counsel in Olney, Maryland. Of course, that is the same school that Aaron Childs goes to, the highly recruited, highly touted linebacker that Michigan views in high regard. So landing both of them would be an excellent thing for the University of Michigan. Both of them have official visits scheduled to Michigan, and Mayo's official visit is scheduled for June 23rd, which would be the last week before the dead period. So I don't want to say it, but maybe expect a commitment during that time. According to Chad Simmons, the director of recruiting for On3, Michigan has a significant lead in this recruitment. So that is great news to hear. Hopefully Michigan can hold on to that significant lead and land Mr. Mayo, but we'll see what happens. Keep it locked for all the latest news and updates right here on the Maize Madman. Before I get out of here, I have to go and give you guys, what did we speak about today? We spoke about running backs. I've already done that. We've done wide receiver. Let's talk about, I've done quarterbacks. Let's talk about favorite offensive lineman or offensive tackle, because offensive lineman is too general. My favorite offensive tackle in Michigan history would have to be, I'm going to go with Big Jake Long. Of course, Jake was a Wolverine from 2003 to 2007. He would go on to be a first-round #1 overall pick for the Miami Dolphins in 2008. He was a beast, 2-time consensus All-American at Michigan, 2-time first-team All-Big Ten at Michigan, 2-time Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year while at Michigan. Just a monster, a mammoth of a human who did not allow pass rushers to the quarterback. Shout out to Jake Long. Shout out to Jake Long. And tell me, who is your favorite offensive tackle for the University of Michigan? Let me know in the comment section. Before we get out of here, of course, I got to give the Maize Madman shout-outs, or the Triple M shout-outs. So, without further ado, let's get to it. I know you guys, this is your favorite part of the show. You don't have to tell me. I know it for sure. But anyway, let's get to it. Number 1, we're going to give it to Philip LeMay. Shout out to Philip. My name is Philip. That is not why you are getting this time, but shout out to you, sir. You are a constant commenter. Appreciate your support. Philip LeMay, you are officially a madman. Number 2, Wolverine 77, you are officially a madman. Shout out to you. And last but not least, Reginald Kirkland, you are officially a madman. Be sure to follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. Tonight, actually, I will be live with my guy Ryan. We will be joined by Irish Breakdown co-host Ryan Roberts. He will be joining the show tonight, so make sure you tune in live 8 p.m. It's going to be great. Until next time, stay angry, my friends. I'm upset.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go to the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down, son. I just don't get that, all that mace and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
and how the